I was thinking the other day about how we often get caught up in the hustle and bustle of life, right? We wake up, go to work, come home, maybe watch a little TV, and then rinse and repeat. But in all that routine, how often do we stop and ask ourselves, what new skills am I building? It's so easy to fall into a comfort zone, but stepping out of it is where the magic really happens. Let's talk about the importance of building new skills. First off, it keeps our minds sharp. Think about it. Our brains are like muscles. If you don't use them, they get weak. Learning something new, whether it's a language, a musical instrument, or even a new recipe, is like hitting the gym for your brain. It challenges you, forces you to think differently, and keeps those neurons firing. Plus, it can be just plain fun. Remember the last time you learned something that made you feel like a kid again? That thrill of discovery is irreplaceable. But here's the thing. Building new skills isn't just about self-improvement, it's about adaptability. The world is changing at an unprecedented pace. New technologies emerge daily, industries evolve, and job markets shift. If you're not continually learning, you risk being left behind. I mean, think about how many jobs exist today that didn't even exist 10 years ago. If you want to stay relevant, you have to be willing to grow and adapt. Now, I know what you might be thinking. But I'm so busy, I don't have time to learn something new. Trust me, I get it. Life can feel overwhelming. But here's the good news. You don't have to dedicate hours every day to it. Start small. Even just 15 minutes a day can lead to significant growth over time. Maybe it's watching a tutorial on YouTube during your lunch break or picking up a book before bed. Every little bit counts, and before you know it, those small moments add up to something big. Another reason why building new skills is crucial is that it boosts our confidence. When you learn something new, you prove to yourself that you're capable of growth. That feeling of accomplishment, it's like a shot of adrenaline for your self-esteem. You start to believe in your ability to tackle challenges, and that confidence spills over into other areas of your life. Suddenly, you're more willing to take risks, whether that's applying for a new job, starting a side hustle, or even just speaking up in a meeting. And let's not forget about the social aspect of learning new skills. It's a fantastic way to connect with others. Whether you join a class, a workshop, or an online community, you're likely to meet people who share your interests. Those connections can lead to friendships, mentorships, and even professional opportunities. It creates a sense of belonging, and we all know how important that is for our mental well-being. Now, I want to talk about failure for a second. Yes, failure. It's a word we often fear, but here's the truth. Failure is an essential part of the learning process. When you're building new skills, you're going to stumble, you're going to mess up. And that's okay. It's how you learn. Each mistake is a stepping stone, a lesson that brings you closer to mastery. Embrace it. The most successful people in the world have failed more times than they can count. What sets them apart is their resilience, their ability to get back up, dust themselves off, and keep going. So how do you get started? First, identify what interests you. What have you always wanted to learn? Is it painting, coding, gardening? Whatever it is, don't overthink it. Just dive in. There are countless resources available at your fingertips. Online courses, tutorials, podcasts, and books. Take advantage of them. And remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. Celebrate your small victories along the way. Another tip, set realistic goals. Instead of saying, I want to become fluent in Spanish, try, I want to learn 10 new words a week. Breaking it down into manageable chunks makes it less overwhelming and allows you to track your progress. Plus, that sense of achievement you get from reaching those smaller goals will keep you motivated. And let's not forget about accountability. Find a buddy who shares your interest or join a group. Having someone to learn with can make the process more enjoyable and keep you both on track. You can share tips, celebrate each other's wins, and support one another through challenges. It's amazing how much more likely you are to stick with something when you have someone cheering you on. Finally, I want to leave you with this thought. Building new skills is a lifelong journey. It doesn't have to be a race, and you don't have to have it all figured out. Embrace the process, enjoy the ride, and don't be afraid to explore different paths. You never know where a new skill might take you. It could lead to a new career, a new hobby, or even just a newfound passion that brings joy to your life. So, what are you waiting for? Start today. Take that first step, and who knows? The next great adventure in your life could be just around the corner. Remember, it's not just about what you learn. It's about who you become in the process. Let's get out there and start building those skills.